Hi, welcome to Apex Tai Chi. This is Dr. Jia. Today, I want to talk about a Tai Chi approach to mental and physical longevity. When people hear the word longevity, they often think of living longer, aging well, staying useful, or keeping the body healthy for as many years as possible. There is nothing wrong with that. We all want a body that can continue, a mind that does not collapse too easily, and enough energy to live with dignity as we grow older. But through Tai Chi, I have come to understand longevity in a deeper way. Longevity is not only about how long life lasts. It is about how sustainably the whole system can live. It is about whether the body, mind, breath, and energy can continue without constant leaking, forcing, and depletion. A tense body spends energy. A restless mind spends energy. A breath that never settles keeps the nervous system living as if everything is urgent. Attention scattered across too many demands becomes another form of leakage. Emotional tension held in the shoulders, jaw, chest, or stomach becomes another quiet drain. Many people do not realize how much of their life force is spent before the day has even properly begun. They say they want calm, but the body remains tight. They say they want health, but they ignore the body until it begins to hurt. They say they want clarity, but their attention is fragmented. Their breath is shallow, and the mind is already living 3 steps ahead of the present moment. This is not only stress. It is a form of inner contradiction. The body says one thing, the mind insists on another. The breath is caught somewhere in between, trying to keep the whole system alive while the person continues to move through life divided. Tai Chi helps us notice this division, not through judgment, but through practice. A held shoulder, an unstable step, a rushed breath, a movement that cannot flow. All of these reveal where the body, mind, breath, and intention have stopped working together. This is where congruence becomes more than an idea. To live in congruence is not to be perfect, peaceful, or balanced all the time. It means that different parts of ourselves are no longer living separate lives. The body is not abandoned while the mind performs. The breath is not hidden beneath tension. The intention is not scattered everywhere except where the body actually stands. In Tai Chi, we train this very directly. The feet receive the ground. The breath begins to settle. The waist leads without forcing. The hands follow without becoming disconnected. The upper and the lower body respond to one another. The inside and outside begin to meet. This is the meaning of whole body connection. In classic Tai Chi thinking, the upper and lower follow one another. The inner and outer correspond. Intention and qi guide movement, and the body does not move as separate places competing for control. The center, the weight, the spine, the breath, the hand, and the awareness gradually become part of one living structure. When this happens, effort changes. We waste less energy fighting ourselves. The shoulders no longer need to carry what belongs to the center. The mind no longer has to control every detail. The body no longer needs to tighten in order to feel strong. Movement becomes softer, but not weaker. Calm becomes active, not passive. Strength becomes organized, not forced. This is why Tai Chi can support mental and physical longevity. Not because it promises that we will never age, but because it teaches us how to live with less unnecessary consumption. It helps us gather scattered attention, return intention to the body, allow breath and qi to circulate and move from a more coherent center. When we practice Tai Chi, we are not only learning a form, we are tuning the baseline of how we live. The body learns steadiness. The mind learns to return. The breath becomes a bridge. Movement becomes less forced and more honest. Over time, the person begins to recognize a different way of being. Less divided, less reactive, less wasteful of their own energy. Longevity then is not only something waiting at the far end of life. It begins much earlier. It begins each time we stop spending ourselves in contradiction. It begins when we gather what has been scattered, soften what has been overheld, and allow the body, breath, mind, and intention to belong to the same life again. This is the quiet power of Tai Chi. It teaches us how to live more coherently inside the life we already have. And when we live with less leakage, less force, and less inner conflict, longevity is no longer only a future hope. It becomes a state we begin to practice now. This is Dr. Jia at Apex Tai Chi. If you want to explore more practice and philosophy about longevity, get in touch. My information is below. Remember, be well and remain curious.